Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive videoscopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of February 28, 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological week, but before we dive in, I thought I would share this sunset with you once again. I know how much you guys loved it. This is the sun setting on the west coast of Mexico. Now, there is a party going on, so the music is quite loud. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me and that there are no sound issues playing out. So let's see how it goes. You will notice the light change as we go along, as the sun continues to set. But it is a remarkable week and important developments are taking place. Now, I did mention previously, all planets, major planets rather, are going forward now. And what that means is forward momentum. That means that a lot of us in different areas of life are going to have our own understanding of what it means to move forward, how it is that we can create positive momentum in our life, how it is that we can build, whether it's something new or something more of what it is that we desire. Exercise of the will becomes that much easier when all planets are direct, as well as we notice that we can take action on our own behalf to improve our own circumstances. At the very least, we will start to feel life moving forward that much more. And this is further affirmed by a couple of important celestial events taking place this week. Right around late Wednesday in the Americas or Thursday in the rest of the world, we are going to have Mars changing signs. So Mars will leave the sign of Taurus and move into the sign of Gemini. And this move into Gemini is important for a few reasons. On the one hand, wherever Mars goes, we notice a surge of energy. We're paying a lot more attention to it as well. And so we have Mars now leaving the sign, having to do with money and resources and the economy. Uranus is still there though, so we'll still see some ups and downs when we look at the collective in the years ahead. And I spoke about that in the Uranus special horoscope. I'll link to that below. But as Mars changes signs, Mars moving into the sign of Gemini, the same sign that the North Node is in, means that Mars is going to start activating key eclipse points between mid-March and mid-April. Now, of course, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, but it is going to be this larger cycle that in some way is going to further illuminate what took place for us way back towards the end of the year, when we had those two very powerful eclipses taking place at the end of November and into December. But now, it is also going to be over the course of this larger season, taking us right into the later part of April, that Mars is going to activate the upcoming eclipse points. And those upcoming eclipses are happening in May and June. And so it becomes that much more important to pay attention to this cycle. Yes, all of us are going to start to feel as if very quickly we're having to pay attention to some brand new area of life, where it is that we're having to pour a whole lot of energy or time or attention, where it is that we may be asked to summon courage in a brand new way and in a brand new area. But there's still going to be something familiar about what is transpiring now. The familiar is the activation of the eclipses that already took place and the allusion, the insight into what could be coming up ahead. And so this is such an important characteristic that I did speak about this for most signs in the year ahead forecast. So you may want to have another look at that on my website in the Superstar space. I'll link to the overview below again as well. But the reason that I'm mentioning it here is because this is where you want to start paying attention. Pay attention to how it is that energy is shifting and changing, where it is that you are feeling courageous in a new way, ready to fight for something in a new way, and gaining further insights as well. It can be this cycle that ultimately invites you to tap into a deeper power. And this is Gemini. This has to do with mind. How are we communicating with each other? How are we expressing with each other? Now, the great thing is, as Mars and this larger cycle continues, not this week because it's just starting, and again, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, but Mars is going to make harmonious, supremely harmonious alignments with Jupiter and with Saturn in the weeks ahead. And what that tells me is, whereas otherwise this energy can be quite irritating, because of these very helpful alignments, this is going to help us to understand how to best take action, wise action, to improve our circumstances, and to understand that how we think of things and how we're willing to envision our life, and at least one area of life, can dramatically change the direction and the trajectory of the pathway that we are traveling. There's something very powerful that realizes that we are having an internal relationship and an external relationship simultaneously, that synchronicity is constantly at play. It does take practice to pay attention so that we start to recognize the synchronicity, so that we start to draw those correlations between external events and what is taking place in our inner world with our spiritual learning, our emotional learning. But ultimately, it's all part of helping us to move forward, to evolve, to become more. Sometimes that pathway is feelings, sometimes that pathway is more practical, but with all this air energy, the pathway is through mind, it is through thought, it is through conversation. And the thoughts that we are willing to hold in our minds can give way to new ideas, breakthrough ideas that can make dramatic and lasting changes for us now and in the weeks ahead. So again, I'll remind you every step of the way, but start paying attention because activation of key eclipse points is happening now. And this is going to represent an awakening for many people out there, an awakening of these soul lessons that the nodes represent, that eclipses represent, an awakening of where it is and how it is that the universe wants to align you with a higher, more loving vision for your life, which is what eclipses represent, the soul promise that you made to yourself before you incarnated. What is it that the soul desires to do in this lifetime? Sometimes that works well with our own intentions. Sometimes that works very well with what it is that we say we want and we believe we want. But sometimes a higher, more loving vision is dramatically different than what we had planned for ourselves. And it is those very moments that ask us to surrender, that ask us to be open to divine knowing, to divine will, and to seek to align our own will with that higher, more loving vision so that we may more fully embody love and wisdom in this lifetime. Well, that is ultimately what the soul promise is. The soul, every single soul, has a desire to embody love and wisdom more fully, to be aware of love and wisdom playing out. And we all do that as part of the mystery in dramatically different ways. Some will engage this process through a lot of pain or a lot of hurt. Those spaces and places and people that you think are devoid of love and wisdom are on that path as well. And that is where we get a chance to summon compassion. And compassion is normally thought to be something that we feel, and we may just get that opportunity. But again, it is through thought, it is through mind, it is through reason now that we're able to more fully acknowledge how it is that we have always been on the pathway towards greater love and greater wisdom as well. The other big celestial event to take place this week involves Mercury and Jupiter. These two planets have been dancing since mid-January. That was the first time that they met, and then it was towards the end of January that Mercury went retrograde, and they connected again in mid-February. Now, it is going to be late Thursday in the Americas or Friday, depending on where you are on the planet. These planets are going to meet for a third and final time as part of the larger Mercury retrograde season. Next week, Mercury leaves shadow. And so we're wrapping things up now in key ways as to what it was that was coming forward, our personal understandings, our learnings, where it was that it felt like we were going 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and especially where it was with Mercury and Jupiter involved, where it was that we felt that we had hope, and then we had false hope, and then we had possibility, and then we had opportunity, and then we didn't. It is now that we are going to gain clarity and understanding into the events that have been taking place for us since mid-January. And what makes this special as well is that with that clarity comes awareness of opportunities. Now, just Mercury meeting Jupiter speaks to good news. That's part of what it represents, good news. And that's great. That's a lovely thing. But This can also speak to understanding on a mind level, going back to this idea of how it is that our minds can change things. What happens when we see things more hopefully? What happens when we see things more optimistically? But also, where is it that we identify barriers to genuine optimism and find ways to release those so that we can align with something that feels more genuine to us as part of moving our lives in a positive direction? With this energy taking place in the sign of Aquarius, we have thinking of things in brand new ways, but in ways that really can dramatically alter our circumstances. We should see new ideas presented more culturally or societally. And this can also represent breakthroughs in information, the sharing and information of technologies. And we're already seeing in healthcare as well breakthroughs on those fronts. Aquarius is always about a revolutionary spirit, and that revolutionary spirit can come about in all kinds of ways. Where it is that we're willing to focus on the revolution within, it is Mercury and Jupiter meeting now that can give us a dramatically different perspective that changes our understanding of our place in the world, but also our connection to each other. Our connection to humanity itself may be presented with new ideas within us that help us to realize just how deeply connected we are to each other. And of course, a part of this is by knowing that we are connected, we realize that we are not alone as we move through this world. It's been said that the universe supports itself, and you are part of the universe. Therefore, the universe supports you. But what does it mean to actually be aware of this, to see it playing out in front of you? I think a lot of it is about perception, being willing to see things differently, being able to think of things conceptually on the one hand, but also in a way that recognizes these larger connections playing out. You are supported by the universe because you are the universe itself. That is radical. That understanding is revolutionary. That is the revolution within that is promised now, a deep-seated revolution that ultimately can invite you to put your life on a whole other, more positive, more inspired, more integrated, and more aware trajectory than it has been before. Finally, we have another beautiful alignment playing out. This is happening midweek on Wednesday, and this is Venus connecting with Uranus in harmony. This is a type of conversation that astrologers call a sextile, and it represents easy energy but also opportunity. Of course, Venus is goddess of love. Uranus is, on the one hand, surprises. So just a very simple way of understanding this is the opportunity for romantic surprises are there, and the opportunity to have them go well is there also. But I would just add that this energy can also be rooted in a depth of understanding of Aquarian energy. It can connect us to that sense of newness and next, and where it is that we are hoping to take steps to free ourselves of our past in all kinds of ways, including in love, where it is that we're hoping to open our hearts to greater love or to other love. This energy can help us to understand what steps are best to take and to embrace that journey, to embrace those steps that much more. What I love about this week for us, in addition to all the background noise, it's been an adventure as I've been going through this video, but I hope that you've been enjoying it, and I love that we can do this sometimes, right? And I love that about this week, and I love that about this video. But what I really love about this week, I love Mercury meeting Jupiter in the sky. I think that is going to be lovely. It's going to be an adventure, and it's going to invite us to think big and to think bigger than we did before. Of course, Mars changing signs is a big deal. I will invite you to watch what is happening right around Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even into Monday as well. This is where Mars is at what astrologers call anaretic degrees, and these are considered points of concentration. So we do have Mars in this sign of the economy, in this sign of asking us what we value. So whether it's collectively or personally, we may find that there is a sense of impulsiveness that is with us, personally and collectively as well, where it comes to economic matters, where it comes to matters having to do with possessions. But the energy will quickly pass. It ultimately is going to be Mars moving into Gemini that is of huge consequence, personally and for the collective, inviting us to consider just how it is and where it is that the soul desires to go. In this lifetime, yes, but certainly as part of the soul's journey right now, where you have been and where it is that you are going, all of that is going to start to be illuminated. So pay attention. Mostly pay attention to your intuition, but also pay attention to your life, because it is telling you what the most powerful, more loving, and most wise alignments are set to be now. Well, thank you so much for watching. We are back in my little studio corner here with silence in the background, which is great. What do you love about this week? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading you guys. And of course, here are some of my recent favorites. Thank you so much to everybody who likes, who subscribes, who shares, who thumbs up. All of it. It means so much. Thank you. And if you would like to know how the celestial events this week, these beautiful big celestial events, speak to you in your sign, you can now sign up for Superstar as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. At Superstar, you get expanded exclusive videoscopes each and every week. And for as low as $3 a month, you get access to all the weekly horoscopes for all signs. So that's very exciting. And then we have higher tiers where you get classes, class passes, you get consultations, and so much more. So check out the Superstar space at NadiyaShawSuperstars.com. I look forward to meeting you there. Synchronicity University classes start this week for the spring session. This is so exciting. We have spring session part 1 and 2. These are classes taught by me live on Saturday afternoons, EST, but then you get the download. So no matter where you are, if you register, you get the download. So choose your tuition rate as low as just $5 a class. That expires Sunday night. And so if it is that you would like to join us, and I would love to have you join us for classes on the 8th house, on the 7th house, on the 3rd house, on the astrology of scandals, on the astrology of the galactic center, and so much more, 10 classes, as low as $5 per class. Well, you can log on to synchronicityuniversity.com or check out the link in the description below. Remember, choose your tuition rate expires this weekend, and I look forward to meeting you in class. Classes start in a week. It'll be very exciting. I look forward to meeting you there. Synchronicity University Speaker Series Special Edition in full effect this week. Starting Thursday, we are going to be welcoming in some of the leading speakers and thinkers in topics like palmistry, feng shui, Kabbalistic tarot. We are going to be looking at Viking runes and casting as well. Now, all of the teachers I have a special connection with. I think they're brilliant and they're amazing. If you sign up this weekend, you can sign up for as low as just $5 a class. Yes, choose your tuition rate is active for the speaker series as well. Remember, with Synchronicity University classes, if you are a titanium or platinum level superstar, you're automatically enrolled. You're already enrolled, so no worries there. However, if you're not, that's okay too, because you can join us for as low as $5 a class. Limited scholarships are available as well. So make sure you visit synchronicityuniversity.com. We are going to start this Thursday at the top. And by the top, I mean Frank Clifford is back, and he's going to be teaching palmistry for astrologers. I'm so looking forward to this. I know I'm going to be learning so much about my hand. I'll be staring at my hand while we do this class, and I'm sure all the students will as well. Again, if you can't join us live, that's okay. You get the download as well included in the package. And so as low as just $5 a class, if you want to sign up, please click on the link in the description below or visit synchronicityuniversity.com. Speaking of Feng Shui, our Feng Shui and astrology teacher is going to be the one and only Katie Weber. Katie Weber also puts out a success pack every single year. Recently, we started the year of the ox, so it's a great time to get your success pack. And this is filled with practical information for aligning your home with sky. And I'm always one of the first people who likes to buy this as well. And so click on the link in the description below to learn more about Katie Weber's success pack for the year of the ox, which we are now just at the beginning of, to make the most of it from a Feng Shui perspective. My partnership with the iconic Astro Twins is still on. It's still up. I'm very excited about this. And with this package, you get a hugely discounted rate. With that, you get 8 classes from me. You get a masterclass from the Astro Twins, plus a copy of their book for 2021, this complete reference guide. It's so thorough, so valuable. From me, you're going to get 5 classes on tarot for astrologers. This is the complete package. You're going to get 3 classes on astro magic as well. So if you're interested in learning more about this, check out the link in the description below. And now you can get my take on your unique birth chart by checking out my partnership with Cosmogram. Click on the link in the description below. That'll take you to their website where you can enter your birth data, and within hours, you will get a PDF, a digital copy of your chart and my interpretation of the different sections in your chart, the different aspects, planetary aspects that are playing out. If you go to that page, you're also going to be able to see a sample reading, so you know exactly what it is that you're going to get. This is my interpretation of your unique birth chart. Thank you so much to everybody who already has it, already loves it. I'm so very grateful for that. So yes, check out the link in the description below. And finally, check out the All-Star Weekend online. There are a limited number of discounts available. So basically, the first 300 people who register and you use a code, like my discount code is NAD50, you get 50% off. But I think it's only the first 300 registrants. After that, it goes to the regular price. The discount code doesn't work anymore. So if it is that you're interested in learning from some of the best, most brilliant astrologers alive today, it's a good idea to check this out. Just £99 with the discount. They are rooted in England, so that's why it's in pounds. But I hope that you will join me. So check out the link in the description below. So excited to be part of myoastrology.com and their All-Star Weekend coming up very soon. And thank you. That was a big adventure today, for me anyways. Maybe not so much for you, but my goodness, that music was blasting. Then there was a baby crying. Then there was a dog. I was like trying to focus and get some depth in astrology happening here. But I hope that you had fun. I know I have fun when I get to share astrology with you, and that there is some wisdom in there as part of the perfection that you can use and apply to your week ahead. And also, I'm just so grateful for your trust. Really excited about new classes starting this week. It is really big and really exciting. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun together in class as well. Remember, scholarships are available. So check out the link in the description below. And if you'd like to choose your tuition rate, that is active for this weekend as well. And of course, choose your membership rate with NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Thank you again for watching. You have my gratitude, and happy March to everybody out there. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.